We have Jim in California. Jim, go ahead.
Hey, Michael, how you doing?
What's going on, Jim?
Oh, not much. Every time I see one of those little yellow ribbon stickers on the back of a car with the word "Support Our Troops," I want to puke. Because not only do I not support our troops and the NATO troops in the Middle East, but the U.S. and NATO troops in the Middle East can go to hell. And the reason why is because they volunteered for this. And today we live in the day of the internet where it's very easy to find out the truth on what's behind these wars and who's behind these wars. Unlike in the Vietnam War era, where those young men had no choice but to go over there and fight. They were drafted. And also back then, there was only 3 TV stations, all Jewish-controlled. Each city or town had maybe 1 or 2 Jewish-controlled newspapers, Jewish-controlled radio, and obviously back in the 60s and early 70s, there was no Internet. Today, it's so easy to find the truth, but these young guys are too busy playing video games, watching sports, drinking the Kool-Aid. In other words, they're just lazy and they don't want to learn the truth. And a lot of them are just mercenaries. They sign up to get the GI Bill or money for college, or maybe they want to tour the world. They go over there and kill those Arabs in their ancient historic homeland. And then on top of it, of course, as I said at the outset, they volunteer for this, so they get absolutely no sympathy from me. These guys are just Jew tools, and they may as well have a Star of David on their uniform because they are fighting for a foreign entity, Israel. They are traitors to this country, and for that, they can go to hell.
Boy, oh boy, Jim. I'll tell you what, you're getting as tough as Jim from Texas. I can't say I disagree with you, because I understand exactly where you're coming from. I would have to say, though, I think that there's a lot of the people over there now, though, who, particularly the guys in the guys and girls, men and women in the National Guards, who got sent over there. I don't think a lot of those people ever realized or expected that they would be put on the front lines of an insane war in the Middle East or anywhere else in the world. So I would have to take issue, not really take issue with you, but I would put that footnote to what you've said.
Perhaps give that category, meaning the National Guard troops, a pass.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And perhaps if there's some young woman over there who's serving in support-type capacity doing secretarial work, perhaps give her a pass. But a lot of these gung-ho guys that are, watching Fox News, drinking the Kool-Aid, I'm going to go kill me some Arab types, I guess that's the type I'm really concentrating on. Actually, Jim, you're right in that respect, because, and obviously we know that there's a lot of troops over there who really don't support the war and who understand what's going on. Don't forget Ron Paul in his presidential campaign seemed to, from the figures that I remember hearing at the time, and I assume they were correct, he was the one candidate who was receiving substantial political financial donations from people in the military and their families. So there's obviously a lot of people in the military who do understand what the hell is going on. And unfortunately, with our military system as it is, they're not in a position, in many respects, to be able to speak out as a lot of them would like to. So, but your whole point is very, very well taken. There are probably a lot of good people in the military right now who actually believe that they are doing a good thing. They actually believe that they're doing a good thing by being over there and killing people, and they think it's God's work. Well, what can I say? What can I say?
But
I'll say that category, and I guess that's really who I'm concentrating on. So perhaps I should have qualified it at the outset of the call. But that particular category, as you say, think they're doing God's work. Well, they can just go straight to hell because they're doing Satan's work, the synagogue of Satan's work. And
I agree.
May as well have a Star of David on the uniform because they're just Jew tools. That's all they are.
Well, you know what? There's going to be a lot of guys who come back from this war over there, these wars over there. And I think in many respects, some of those guys, and let's be nice to the girls, some of those ladies that come back, assuming they're ladies, but those women, be politically correct, I don't think feminists like you to call women ladies. Some of those women and those men that come back from the Middle East, they may come back new people, understanding things that they never understood before, and we may have some of those veterans, maybe some veterans without arms and legs or hands and other body parts, who will lead a rebellion in this country. And they will no longer be tools of the Jews, but they will be quite the opposite, and they will be the ones who will bring the warmongers to task. They will be the ones who will direct the revolution. They will be the ones who will build the scaffolds for the traitors in this country that sent so many of these young Americans over there in these needless wars. So Jim, as I say, I think your comments are absolutely on the mark. I have my some differences, some nuances with what you're saying there, but I tell you what, it gives us all something to think about. And I wouldn't be surprised to find out that we may have some soldiers in Iraq listening to this program right now. And they probably listen to this program because they agree with so many of the sentiments that I express and that you express and so many of our other callers.